Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Please do me a favor, like and subscribe.
Triggered. And so if you are triggered and you're upset because of something Kevin and I have done with our children that is actually working really well for us, then I would invite you to look at it and ask yourself, what is it that I'm projecting onto this situation? Because you would be upset and you would be angry if I was your mom doing this to you.
In this video, we're going to cover the situation where Ruby Franke took away son Chad's bedroom and sent him to wilderness camp. I have included the videos they posted about this on their family vlogging channel, as well as a few other questionable videos pertaining to Chad, so make sure you stay tuned until the end. So Jody actually started out being Chad's therapist before Ruby joined the Connections YouTube. I think this article does a great job of explaining the overall situation and what happened with Chad, so we're going to go over this before we get into the videos. YouTuber Ruby Franke previously denied CA after son Chad slept on beanbag for 7 months. In a since-deleted video from 2020, Chad told 2.5 million 8 Passengers channel subscribers that the punishment came after he played pranks on his younger brother. "My bedroom was taken away for 7 months, he claimed. I was sleeping on a beanbag since October." Ruby and her husband Kevin Franke sought advice from a therapist who advised the brothers should not sleep in the same room. The couple claimed they gave Chad, now 18, the option to sleep on a pull-out guest bed, an inflatable mattress, or somewhere else in the house. Chad allegedly chose the beanbag because it was the most comfortable. Kevin later claimed to Insider that the video titled "What We Haven't Told You" showed Chad's victory over the challenges that he's faced after engaging in physical and emotional damaging behavior. We're going to watch a clip from that video here in a second. Viewers, however, believed that Chad had slept on the beanbag as punishment for the pranks and accused his vlogger parents of CA. Claims became more severe when Ruby refused to drive a packed lunch to her daughter Eve's school because the 6-year-old had forgotten it at home. If you haven't seen the video from that situation, I have it posted in this video here. Viewers launched a petition to send Child Protective Services to the Franke's house in Utah, but after speaking to all 6 Franke kids, case was closed, citing insufficient evidence. It was just so malicious. They knew what they were doing was out of context. They were purely seeking to throw hate. That was their only objective, Ruby told Insider. A reasonable person would not have seen the Eve lunch video and thought, she is a CA-er. Kevin told Page 6 via his attorney Thursday that his urgent focus is simply to keep his children together under his fatherly care. Ruby's sisters, meanwhile, said they kept quiet about the alleged CA for the sake of her children. So now, when that video went up of Chad explaining that he had his room taken away, she was getting comments like this. "I called CPS today and they told me so many people have called that they aren't taking this seriously anymore. I feel so bad for the kids. Imagine being trapped like this and having a camera in your face. Poor kids." People also started thumbs downing her videos to the point where she was getting more thumbs down than thumbs up. Another viewer noticed that she had lost 20,000 subscribers and then she randomly started privating videos. YouTube ultimately took down the 8 Passengers YouTube channel, but because of her social media presence, the entire world is now witnessing her downfall. So without further ado, here's the videos.
My bedroom was taken away for 7 months and then you give it back like a couple weeks ago.
I don't think our viewers know that.
You've been sleeping on a beanbag.
I've been sleeping on a beanbag since October and they gave my room back like 2 weeks ago. Oh, I'll give you the reason why I lost my bedroom. I think so. I think this is the reason. At least this is the reason that's been in my head. It's pretty funny, but now that I look back, I mean, it's pretty depressing.
No, we never told our viewers.
That I woke Russell up at 2 in the morning and told him that we're going to Disneyland and he has to pack. And he got up and made his bed all neatly and then packed all his clothes in a suitcase. And then he walked out the door and I'm like, Russell, and he's like, what? And he's all happy. Has his sunglasses on. And I was like, we're not going to Disneyland. And he started crying and hitting me. And then he went back to bed in tears and then...
So that was not the reason you lost your room, but that was...
Well, the other reason is because I pointed a BB gun at his face.
Pointed a BB gun at his face and hung him on the basketball. It's not funny. I didn't anticipate all the upset. However, listening to all of your comments and your feedback, I think I understand where some people are coming from. They're like, oh, the parents don't give their kids beds, and I totally agree with that. I know there are lots of children out there whose parents are neglectful. We got accused of child abuse when we sent Chad to Anasazi. guess what? The first thing that they did was take a bed away. They don't have beds. So Chad slept on the hard ground for months, and it's, you know, it's run by psychologists and therapists, and if not having a bed was psychologically damaging, then they wouldn't have suggested that.
Oh, hold on. We got to do a little update here for a second.
I have therapy and I got kicked out of my school. Whoa! Yeah.
Okay.
I have acne still.
Everybody's asking if you still have your phone taken away for the summer.
Yep, I do.
Yes.
Sadly.
And
it's not her fault, it's mine. When will you learn, Chad? Actions have consequences.
A lot of you guys say, oh, you shouldn't get mad at them for bad grades. They try their hardest. You, on the other
did not
end,
try my hardest.
don't know that he
cheated on a
tried
test.
his hardest.
Is that Sister Jensen?
So, no, I want to tell you this. No, listen. I talked to the principal of the school today.
Hey, passengers. Sorry, someone just yelled 8 passengers out the window. Little fact.
Okay, are you okay? Listen, I talked to the principal today, and
Did he accept me back?
no.
Okay, good.
Okay, let me get 5 words in before you start talking and flopping your yap. Okay, listen. I talked to the principal. He wanted me to tell you he loves you, and he was very sad to see that you weren't coming back. The reason you're not going back to that school is because you chose not to.
Yep. I really did not want to go back.
The agreement was you can come back if you're humble and if you really want to be here.
I really did not want to be there.
The honest truth is, he's not humble and he doesn't want to be there. So,
look at that.
if you, listen, oh my gosh, listen. If you change your mind and you realize what you're missing out on and you humble yourself, you are welcome back to the school.
I really don't want to go back to that school.
I know. I'm just letting you know that that is an option.
Because I can be with these dudes.
But I do still expect you to be honest.
Responsible and humble.
We'll work on the humble.
Oh.
You still need to work on being humble.
Yeah. Okie dokie.
I love you.
I had a phone call yesterday with my therapist, and she taught me about truth and distortion. Mom probably talks about Jody all the time, but
I've mentioned Jody a few times. She has a podcast called Connections with an X.
anyway.
What did you learn?
Well, I learned about the 3 different types of pain, and we can feel pain in ways of our own choices, other people's choices, and just like random events. And it's our way to choose to see things in truth.
So me deciding that my stomach ache was Chad's fault was not seeing things in truth.
Right.
But I really, really want to blame him. Because I just want to be able to eat my desserts again and Oreo cookies without stomach aches. And so
Then send me off to another wilderness camp again.
Okay, why did you go there?
Because I was a bad boy.
That is not true.
It was true.
Sorry, I am totally triggered because I've tried to teach Chad. I'm like, everyone's a good boy because you are divine. We make choices that aren't good, but that doesn't make you not good. Anyway, okay, so totally triggered. Let's go on to the next question, I mean. Okay, what was your biggest takeaway from Anasazi?
I'm a good boy.
Thank you. How did you break your toe?
So, we were at camp, and we all had our shoes off because it was a nice camp. We didn't have to have our boots on. So all just had our shoes off, and my friend was like, Chad, and I turned around and he said, down, said, hut, and he had this bag of grits, and he just hucked it at me, and it hit my back and it exploded. But I didn't see where I was going, so I tripped over a log and I fell. I'm like, oh, I just stubbed my toe. And it was all fine, blah, blah, blah. And then it really started hurting, because stub toes usually hurt for like 5 to 10 seconds and then just go away. But this one like started to gain pain up the scale more and more, and something was wrong with it. And then it started turning black, and we couldn't do anything about it. We just let it heal on its own. So,
wow, thing that we can do for this child. And so we spent weeks and months inviting this child to change, holding this child accountable. And when that wasn't a decision we could see that this child was going to make, we said, okay, what is a visceral experience that we can offer this child as a gift. And having him go to a wilderness therapy camp was what we came up with.
To be honest, my parents haven't really given me space, and that's been super annoying at some times. But then when you kind of look at it, it's like they're not trying to be in your space to annoy you or just teach you lessons or be on your butt your entire life. They're helping you, and yeah, I think they should give you space at some times, but I'm not sure.
I think that that's a really tough question.
Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Like, subscribe, and share.